Fala aí, rapaziada, Coroa Gamer aqui. Então, vamos lá, vamos começar Final Fantasy XVI, sexta gameplay. Estamos agora no esconderijo 2, né? Porque aquele primeiro foi de base. Então, vamos lá.
Welcome back, Sid. Finish with that log so we can...
Otto will want to know what happened in Cosmos. I expect he'll be in the mess.
Vamos para as cutscenes.
There you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sent his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out? There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons. I'd trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
Caraca, então agora o mapa.
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Vai ver uma coisa aqui, galera, que eu tive que mudar um... tá tudo no máximo aqui nessa tranqueira aqui. Beleza, então tá.
Look, it's Sid.
Staying on this time.
Vou mandar aqui compartilhar pra galera aqui o vídeo. Pronto, vamos lá.
Lawsman Harpock.
Now that is a name I welcome home, Clive.
I believe this belongs to you.
Ready? Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess that. That said, I have continued my search for but without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able...
Don't apologize. I'll send word.
Oh, caramba.
I fear it is not more. Mayhap
I'll see what I can do.
you are too kind. There...
Not too tough. Always got a pocket for him.
Hush now.
The twins seem well.
Aye. The loss of their parents, Titan took much from us that night, and the wounds that remain.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problem. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the...
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks...
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it...
Otto stole us.
And then you get some rest.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Have you been to the toll? I hear you should. Oh, no.
Ah, esse aqui é o tipo um grossário. Talvez.
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk. What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance, the one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother. Are our efforts in vain?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to...
Interrupt.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
A tormenta crescente.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
If something has happened to Martha, we need to speak with Otto.
Ah, o Zé do...
What'd you need?
Nah. Nah.
Because I haven't. Still. What do you want?
Pô, não dá pra reforçar nada das paradas melhor que eu tenho. Mais 10 de ataque, mais 10 de atordoamento. Isso aí, eu vou criando essas porra tudo aqui, mano. Não tem jeito não.
Should last you a good while. And?
Onde é que tá esse maluco aí?
What do we know?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria. Blood was spilled. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished. Without...
You think this was
Of
planned?
course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the they've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitor. I know it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing. Complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's fallen into the hands of the Empire.
We couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is...
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make...
Encontre os rompe maldição. Mapa mundi. Pra cá.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Deixa eu ver uma coisa aqui, cara, que realmente a minha performance aqui ficou meio ruim do nada, né, mano? Configurações. Resolução dinâmica. Tá com frame generation. Bom, sei lá.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to physical.
Vamos lá para, continuando, Cutscene Fantasy XVI.
said you'd be coming. I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help, and it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was... Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but... all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's...
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a...
Será que tem um jeito de ir mais rápido aqui? Não, tem que ir a pé mesmo. Deixa eu ver no mapa local.
But a culling. Bear is...
Pra cá, né? Não tem jeito não. Achei que tivesse um teleporte ali, mas não tem. Bom, bora lá.
The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Oi, look sharp!
A gente já foi aqui, tá? Nesse lugar aqui já. Só vamos, sem lutinha, sem nada, sem perda de tempo aqui. Bora. Vai, Clive.
Look. Up ahead.
Oh gosh.
Arthur.
Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what...
The Black Shield?
The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick, poor souls turned on the Imperials, distracted them long enough for me to...
Fala aí, Astro.
Then... they may... Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn?
I think so.
Black Shields? Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
O negócio é ignorar essas lutinhas aqui, mano. Perda de tempo total isso aqui. Agora você chegar quebrando aqui logo e pronto.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
Mais cutscene. Cara, é impressionante. Acho que é 1 minuto de jogo, 10 de cutscene, cara.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
Eu vou matar vocês
And for
tudo,
their
pronto.
crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may...
How dare you speak those words?
Clive.
This won't take...
Entendeu? É uma batalha de 3 minutos. E aí cutscene.
I think so.
Missão concluída, legal.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Ah, não tem uma porta que entra, mano, que não é cutscene. Os caras reclamam da Bethesda, que entra da loading, aqui entra da cutscene.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left.
Clive.
We're friends of Martha. They are.
The Black Rosary. Tell Martha to beg his aid.
Sid! In here! We found a survivor!
Clive.
Morreu.
He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to bearers.
No, they didn't. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their term.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearer's remains.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting.
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
É, porra, missão de jogar as cinzas no rio, mano. Puta que pariu. Cara, é longe, hein? 200 metros. Boa angústia. Ixi. Me larga, seus bichos. Isso, bicho xarope. Onde é que eu tenho que ir? Pra cá mesmo. Tem que contornar aqui. Puta merda. Porra é essa, mano? Quero lutar com você não, meu irmão. Ameaças notórias. De vez em quando, Clive pode se separar com criaturas maiores, mais rápidas e mais ferozes que o normal. Fugir sempre é uma opção, porém derrotar ameaças notórias podem render, além de renome, materiais raros. Pô, que bosta, hein? Ih, bicha mó xarope, hein? Caraca, deu hit kill aqui, mano. Ah. Ah, tô a fim de lutar com esses bichos aí não, mano. Tchau.
That must be the bridge.
Cara, é o Stuttering Engine esse aqui, mano. Entende? Ah, mano, vou pular essas cutscenes aqui que... Vai ter que dar uma puladinha, cara, porque, porra, mano, tá louco.
No one survived.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't mean I won't. Cole said you cast their remains, but it should have been me.
How?
But I did. And the rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villagers in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping. I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a...
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing. Which begs the question, my mother obviously has a hand in this.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, if those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people...
Cara, essa é olha só, isso é gráfico PlayStation 3 esse, mano. Olha a madeira ali, velho.
A Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav...
Then we must as well.
We can't stay long.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't...
Volte para o esconderijo.
Now, where's Gav?
Gav should be back by now.
I hear there's trouble.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
Mano, dá uma puladinha, mais uma cutscene aí. Cara, mas porra, o jogo já andou bastante, velho. É muita embromaceira, mano. E olha que eu tô fazendo só a principal, hein, mano. Nada dessas besteiras aqui, relatório. Ah, não vou fazer nada dessa porra, não. Tá louco. Cara, algumas cutscenes eu tô até pulando já, tá? Quando eu vejo que não é nada de muito... Nada muito relevante.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares.
E esses dois aí nada.
He has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then. Come on.
Né, vai ter que botar o mod mesmo, no cutscenes.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Valeu, Ramos. Obrigado, meu brother.
Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Thought they were loyalists.
Jill.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befalls her. 'Twould be a pity to make examples.
Of course, your lordship.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? It is bet.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
Excuse me.
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison. Supply. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants...
Don't they just...
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good court. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire.
I ain't got much, but what's mine is yours, for a price. I'd pay more if I could. I reckon that's fair. Keep to the roads now.
You seen?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. At least I think there was a Black Shields.
Was this the first time they visited?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. If only we were. I might take.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend.
I know that.
We couldn't help noticing, though...
Don't you go telling these strangers. I speak for the people of this village. You are to leave Amber.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly. So this village will not become...
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife in the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will...
Obedience bought with...
Are you all right?
Sorry, We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, but other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the... A new ally would certainly be welcome. Perhaps the next village will yield more...
Perhaps.
É, tem que dar a volta aqui mesmo, não tem jeito.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the apothecary, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it. More of my mother's men.
Não adianta ficar lutando com esses malucos não. Só vai embora. Pam, 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 param, pam, 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 pam. Agora aqui não vai ter muito jeito não. Deixa eu saber uma coisa aqui que eu não tô sabendo fazer aqui. Não, aqui é isso. Como é que eu faço ali quando é o B? Lembro não. Agora tá pertinho. Se eu consigo passar aqui sem essa luta, hein? Bom que os caras não ficam correndo atrás, entendeu?
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your home.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and well...
Say that. I'll show you a true secret, Rosaria.
Como é que faz isso aí? Ah, aqui. Bom.
Well done.
Bom. Morreu.
Tell me what I want and the end will be... Who are you looking for?
Why, your friends have been found. They await you in...
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Fala aí, Pierre. Beleza, meu brother? Veio assistir com a gente um filmezinho aqui. Cutscene Fantasy XVI.
Find something, boy. Death.
Oh my gosh.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Vamos aí, Toca do Corvo.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Um jeito de chegar lá mais rápido, não? Pior que não tem, né, cara? Pô, não tem. Tem jeito não, tem que ir andando a pé mesmo. Estamos aqui jogando Cutscene Fantasy XVI.
Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
O jogo curte que você faça uma lutinha aleatória aí, mas não rola não, mano.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. That's the main gate.
Cara, eu não consegui pegar nenhuma galinha aqui amarela não, mano. Tem esses pontos de viagem rápida aí, mas em nenhum lugar eu consegui comprar a galinha não.
Have mercy.
Voice-ridden dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
Oh, enough.
Fuck off. And you chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all. I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stall. Cut you down where you stand. Just try it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Queimaduras de luz negra.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Cara, tá muito mal otimizado esse jogo aqui, tá louco. Além de que tá feio, tá? Não é um jogo bonito. Tem umas sessões bonitas assim, mas tem uma cara, porra, que tá horroroso. Textura assim de PlayStation 3, assim, mano.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Pô, os caras querem morrer mesmo, né, mano? Oh, não. Quando tem jogo, o jogo até é bom, cara, mas...
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
Jill?
We can speak inside.
É, vamos speak. Mais 10 minutos de cutscene.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us. Though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son?
So Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Okay.
Yours and ours.
Let's go.
We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you.
For the sake of,
good of Rosaria.
Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
In the flesh.
Allow me to tend to your needs, my lord.
Comprar uma tranqueira dessa aqui.
As you wish, my lord.
O que é o Elixir? Recupera todos os pontos de vida instantaneamente. Ó. Isso
of course, my lord.
Mas porra, caro pra caralho. Agora que eu vi, mano. 10
I will
pau.
be here should you need aught else.
Tell us then, Sir Wade.
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge. And sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company.
But until we arrived, that was your plan.
So wait.
Very good.
As you command.
Vamos, irmão. Chega do blá 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 aí.
Thank you, Sir Wade.
There is but one pudding and
so...
Durante a missão principal, companheiros diferentes possam ajudar, poderão viajar com Clive, porém, dependendo do destino, eles podem... Talvez prefiram permanecer no esconderijo. Mano, não pode pegar essa porra desse bicho.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Bom, vai rolar aqui algum boss fight, né? Com certeza.
Sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are looking at you.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now?
We bear a message for the Vicereine.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds could guard aught against the might of the Black Sheep? Die along with your flame! For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Primeiro mata esse maguinho aqui. Pegar o outro mago. Ai! Não vai ser só esse bagrinho, né, claro.
Bloody
Another wyvern to fight that battle for them.
More dragons.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Ah, vai vir
A
um Zé
noble
Mané.
stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Tu vai morrer, tchau você também. Esse cara aí já é o mesmo que tinha lutou antes com a versão melhorada dele. Ô, dei mole, hein? Toma!
Sir Wade!
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
Ô, dei mole aqui duas vezes, hein? Acaba com esse maluco logo. Acaba logo com esse maluco aí. Pronto, acabou assim. Ai! Pronto, foi. Ó. Ah, não foi nada. Agora foi.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud! Lord.
Lord.
Perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people, we battle to preserve the fleck, yet be that as it may. It is still our home. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends a sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my...
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to, and had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying...
I suppose a formal request for an audience.
And appearances must. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his... where he would be of no use. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong, it is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience. Especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither Wraith nor...
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know.
Seu obtido.
I shall wear it with...
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Zoe. If there is ever...
I know.
Meu Deus, cara.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot.
loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Mano, aí ó. Ó, 15 minutos já.
Over there. Go on.
Controle
She's
na
a
mão.
fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Beijinho.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Porra, amor, esses dois não ficam juntos.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Typical nobles.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I...
What will it be to...
The Iron Kingdom.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, the mother crystal that rises from the boilings. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But... As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the Blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drustanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island. And with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the making Drustanus the holiest of holy, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remain.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Club.
Might have been. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Deixa eu ver o que eu tenho de habilidade. 530. Não. Dá pra dar upgrade de alguma coisa? Não. Explosão. Ah, isso aqui eu tenho que carregar aqui. Explosão aérea. Isso aqui carrega rapidinho. Isso aqui carrega um pouco mais devagar. E a explosão aérea. Espera aí. É, mas é meio ruim essa explosão aérea, dá real. Carrega rápido. Dá 2 de dano. É. Vou meter aqui. Ó. Vamos lá, Jill, meu amor.
It will be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill. When you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran. The leader of the Crystalline is what I need to do to put the past behind me. And I know that I can do it.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
Okidoki. Tchum, 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 tchum. Agora mais uma cutscene, vai pegar o navio, blá blá blá. Viu? Falei.
Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this.
No matter the cost.
Whatever the cost.
All right.
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's mother crystal.
Drake's breath.
Drake's breath.
Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency. Allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
Right.
Let's go. Fogo e gelo. Salvadinha básica.
I always imagined when I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was my home. I know its secrets only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it anymore.
The perfect little shortcut. They're all Akashic.
The ether flood must have spread. It was never as bad as this before.
Dá pra ir
And the
embora,
only
não?
way past them is through
Não.
them.
Vou matar esse maluco. Opa! Morreram, vambora.
Was that an earthquake?
They happen all the time. That wasn't even a bad one. It's nothing to worry about.
Ih, agora tem um grandão aí. Uou! Mata logo os magrinhos. Uou! Ai, dei mole. Ai, boneco errado, beleza. Beleza, bora. Deu 30.000 de dano. Aqui, filho. Bota a cabecinha aqui pra te bater. Ah, morre!
The old arboretum is just up ahead. We'll enter the caves from there.
Eu tá cansado, hein? Tanto botão que eu apertei aqui, velho. O alento do vento. Pera aí, vamos ver aqui agora. O alento do vento, explosão aérea. Diminui o tempo de recarga da explosão aérea em 11 segundos. Ficou bem razoável. Vambora. Tudo feito? Vamos. Ah, boss fight aí.
Look at this place. What a mess.
Um lugar grande. Cutscene.
Wait.
Bicho feio, hein?
It's turned.
Nothing a shield of Rosaria can't handle. Just like old times.
Be sure to keep clear of its paw.
Ai!
I mean to.
Morri já?
That's foul.
Don't breathe it in.
Ai! Oh, dei mole, hein? Porra! Tô errando todas as esquivas com esse bicho. Agora sim. What the fuck? Porra! Sai daí! Sério? E aqui, irmão. Bota a cabecinha aqui pra gente bater. Vem! Doguinho, cura aí que a coisa tá feia, né? Ah, vou morrer. Morri. Vou usar essa parada aqui que recupera um pouco da minha vida. Não era a hora certa de usar, mas... Boa. Ave Maria.
To me, boy. Well done.
Eu morri. Tava com pouca poção, mas tudo bem. Agora esse monstro aqui eu acho que vai começar do zero. Sei, vamos ver. Às vezes não. Esse começou do zero. Bora, 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 bora. Vai, fogo! Ifrit! Porra, esse jogo cansa a mão, mano. Quando tem as batalhas aqui. Boa. Ai, agora não. Agora foi boa, não. Boa. Deu 30 mil de dano. Puta, perdi meu... Meu Deus, que bicho sinistro.
I still can't believe they can jump. Don't these things have roots?
I needed that. Too slow.
Quase. Bota a cabeça aí. Boa. Quase. Vai! Quieto. Quase morrendo. Motherfucker. Vai, falta pouco, vai. Não morreu.
You're finished.
Porra. Morbol a caixa.
Press on.
Yes.
Oh, beleza. Galera, eu vou fazer assim, ó. Deixa eu dar uma salvadinha. Galera, eu vou aproveitar que o jogo deu um momento aqui pra gente salvar. E eu vou encerrar hoje essa live por aqui. Se você gostou, já tá meio tarde aqui em Portugal. Então se você gostou, não esquece, dá aquele curtir, compartilhar, se inscreve no canal e ativa o sininho para receber as notificações. O Corogamer vai ficando por aqui. Cabo desligo. Valeu, galera!